Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm going to be talking about Samurai Champloo episode 6. Before you watch this, you should probably stop and watch my reaction, which is my actual reaction, which is in the description box below. You can access it through my Patreon link, which if you'd like to support me, awesome. If not, no sweat. I don't ever do any exclusive content. It's only for people who want to support me. I want to make sure that everyone has access to my stuff. And then there's also a bit.ly link below that is for people who are in countries where they can't get Patreon. And I just think that's crappy that you don't have access to certain sites. That's just me. Okay, so all right, so I assume you've watched it already. So, spoilers. I mean, I guess this is not necessarily a show that you really have to worry about spoilers, at least up until this point. It seems very episodic. I'm not sure if that's a building, like whether I'm just watching building episodes or whether there's some like overarching, like whether it's very episodic or whether there's some overarching narrative that's being built upon these early episodes. I'm not sure. I mean, I remember in Cowboy Bebop feeling like it was very episodic, and then like the last couple of episodes definitely felt like a cohesive narrative that sort of encapsulated some of the earlier things. And considering it's the same creators, I expect something like that, which I'm going to be honest is not my favorite storytelling method. I don't love super episodic shows unless they're Law and Order, the original, not all the other crazy stuff. So, and that's mainly because I used to watch with my parents and my grandma. But, um, so yeah, I think so. I definitely mentioned um, in my reaction that I wasn't enjoying this one as much as Attack on Titan, and I think that's because I do like long form storytelling. I'm less enthused with episodic storytelling or episodic seasons, where each one you can kind of jump in whenever. It's kind of discrete um, plot lines. I don't know. For instance, my favorite, as some of you know, I love pretty much all things Joss Whedon, primarily Buffy, Angel, Firefly, and I enjoyed Dollhouse, but only parts of Dollhouse. But my favorite parts of those particular shows were the fact that like I like the episodes that were not episodic, that definitely were connected to an overarching big bad, so to speak. Um, and I just don't feel this one with this one. Attack on Titan is not episodic at all. It is super long form narrative, and I love that. So I'm really looking forward to that show coming back so that I can experience more of that long form drama, and mystery and all that jazz. That being said, it's not that I dislike this show. It's just I don't like it as much as others. So, what were my thoughts on this particular episode? So, someone please let me know. I guess I could just look it up, but I mean, I know some of you guys are going to really enjoy telling me, so I will give you that opportunity. Um, Japan seemed to be very, at least in this episode, seemed to be very isolationist. I feel like that historically has been the case. Um, in fact, Japan, what I understand, Japan was very closed to trade for a while. So if you could just kind of give me some insight on that, because I'm wondering if that has something to do with this guy wanting to live in Japan, find a male lover and live in Japan, and couldn't because Japan was so isolationist. And just thoughts, if that past of isolation, if you see that contributes to either current Japanese culture, I obviously know Japan is not isolationist, but if like there are some vestiges of that in current Japanese culture, and how you feel about the erosion, or if there is erosion of Japanese culture now that it is much more of a global society in terms of like the absorption of media and that type of thing. So, all right, but that's yeah, thoughts, questions, all that. Um, I I was shocked to find out that Fu was as young as she was. The fact that she was 15, and that explains a lot on kind of her like slightly how she kind of annoys the other guys. And I would like to know how old they are. I feel like Jin is probably the oldest, and then Mugen. I feel like Jin's probably in his like mid 20s. Mugen's like maybe 19 or 20, maybe 22, and then Fu obviously is 15. So I don't know. Maybe we'll learn about that later, but that's kind of how it feels. Like I said, I this episode I thought it was very funny. That's something this show has. It's more comedy than it is drama. In fact, I don't really think that there's been any like heartbreaking. I mean, I guess there've been a couple heartbreaking moments, mainly like with the brothel issue and the old man and like his daughter being taken from him and that type of thing. But it's not like the Chimera episode of Full Metal Alchemist with the daughter and the dog. Like, oh, sorry. If you haven't seen it, you should watch that show. It's good. I should definitely put something in there about that being a spoiler. Anyway, so because I would hate for people to I guess miss out on that horror, like that feeling. So, and I feel like Attack on Titan definitely has some of those moments, but this one is just kind of fun, lighthearted. It's a bit airy and light and that. So anyway, those are my thoughts on it. I don't think there's much. I feel like there's probably lots of symbolism and cultural things that I'm missing just because I'm not Japanese and I wasn't raised in that culture and I'm not steeped in it. So if there's any insights you would like to give me on this, please, because I feel like those tidbits are what make shows really fascinating to me. Like I can enjoy a show, but like when a show really makes me think and when a show has a lot of um, symbolism and thematic significance throughout the whole series, that's what really kind of gets me going. So for those of you who are going to recommend future shows, please keep that in mind. I'm not saying that I don't like Samurai Champloo. I do. I truly do. It's just different. It's just different. I feel like it's almost like the difference between if you're watching, say, Big Bang Theory or Game of Thrones. Clearly different shows. You can enjoy both of them, but for very different reasons. And there might be one that you maybe gravitate more towards, but it doesn't mean you necessarily don't enjoy the other one. So anyway, that's all I got. I just got back from the gym and now I'm going to go over to Chris's and I'm going to cook dinner. We're doing salmon with, I'm not quite sure what we're putting with the salmon. Maybe bok choy. I've been buying a lot of stuff at the Asian grocery store and an entire bag of bok choy for $2.50. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. So anyway, we'll probably do something like that. So, all right. Well, I hope you have an awesome day and I will be probably watching the next episode tonight. Maybe tomorrow because I'm trying to get to bed early, but we'll see. I want to try to get as much of this done before Attack on Titan comes out at the end of April. I risked seeing spoilers. I didn't see any, but I risked seeing spoilers to see when it was going to be released. And the website I saw said it was going to be released in late April. So that means that I have most of April to get through as much of this as possible. I don't think I'll be able to finish it all, but, a girl can try. All right, till next time. Bye.